All right, ladies and gents, boys and girls, happy Thursday, March the 17th, 2022. Appreciate you all tuning in. I'm Chris Phillips, your host of the Daily Crow of the Spurs Up Show. As always, again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in today here on this Thursday. I see Justin Langford, Connor Lee, Brennan M., Cody Gaskins, Todd Smith, my guy L. Thomas. What's going on? Also for the Big Cock Club Discord, guys, over to the TDC Questions channel, the TDC Questions channel. To be sure your questions are answered. Wesley Newmar also, what's going on, my guy? Appreciate you tuning in. Again, we've got a lot to get into. A very busy Thursday. It is St. Patty's Day, hence why you see your guy in the green. Obviously, a little bit different attire for yours truly today. We're rocking the green in honor of St. Pat's. It is the first day of March Madness. The tournament officially gets going. Games get underway in about 15 minutes or so. Obviously, very exciting stuff. Some would argue today begins the greatest weekend in sports in the calendar year. So, very excited to chat with you all. We are taking your questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3377. That is 843-790-3377. Guys, we sit now about 30 and a half hours away from first pitch, also in Knoxville, Tennessee, as the Ardcocks travel to Rocky Top to take on the Vols. The women's tournament also getting underway tomorrow, for the Gamecocks at least. Dawn Staley and that crew will begin their quest for the title tomorrow at 2 o'clock at CLA. So that will get underway. Very exciting stuff. I feel really, really bad, honestly, for the winner of Howard and Incarnate Word, the team that has to play South Carolina. I am trying to, guys, if you see me looking up right now, I am trying to figure out how to get the March Madness thing on the TV in the studio. Either way, I guess the games haven't started yet, though. Austin Greer, we're living well, my friend, living well. We got the Daily Crow today. Obviously, no Daily Crow tomorrow. Excuse me, no Daily Crow tomorrow because we'll be on the road to Knoxville, Tennessee to watch South Carolina. Sorry, guys. Watch South going to take on the Vols. Oh, Savannah, Howard did win. Okay, well, poor Howard then. Feel bad for him. Brack, what's going on, my guy? Appreciate you tuning in. Again, we've got a lot to get into, a lot to discuss. I do want to hear from you. Great podcast drop this morning also, by the way, guys. Episode 620, breaking down everything with this weekend series in Knoxville. Also, good friend of the show and a Big Cock Club exclusive joined us, Brett Ciancia of Pick Six Previews, who I think, guys, honestly, arguably, in my opinion, the best preseason magazine you can find. He joined me for a little bit of a spring football primer, if you will, as we discussed the 2021 season, what his numbers said about the year, and the improvement, if you will. We also talk Spencer Rattler, Shane Beamer, the 2022 season, all that good stuff. So, again, be sure to sign up today at the patreon.com/Big Cock Club. That's patreon.com/Big Cock Club. You can also go to the link in bio in our social media channels. Click that link to join today so you can hear that full conversation. Again, guys, we will have clips on social media from that convo dropping here shortly. But again, March Madness getting going in about 15 minutes or so, 10 minutes or so, I guess. I don't even know. Connor Lee says, what's your bracket looking like? I'll be honest with you, Connor. So doing what I do, I don't watch quite as much sports as you would think one like me would. And what I mean by that is this. I watch everything South Carolina, but that takes up my time, right? That engulfs my sports capacity. So I don't spend a lot of time just watching random, Gonzaga and UCLA and Houston and Villanova. Like, I don't spend a lot of time watching these teams, right? I don't spend a lot of time watching random teams play, especially when it comes to basketball. Like, if it's not South Carolina, I just tend to not care, guys. I'm already, you guys know, basketball's not my number one. So if it's not the Gamecocks, then I don't really concern myself with it. I don't have a clue what I'm doing in my bracket. I don't have a clue when it comes to March Madness. I've got the Kentucky Wildcats winning it. I've got Kentucky winning it all. But again, I don't have a clue. So I don't have a clue. Brandon Wagner says, what's the March Madness bracket group? It's the Spurs Up Show. Literally, if you look up in groups in ESPN, the Spurs Up Show, you will see it. Winner of the bracket challenge in our group will receive a free piece of TSUS merch. So, again, you got nothing to lose, man, and it's obviously free entry. So, really exciting stuff there. But, yeah, some would argue it's the best sports weekend of any sports weekend. Brandon Wagner says he's got Auburn winning it all. And as we get going, guys, again, here on this Thursday, and appreciate you all tuning in. I see you all commenting and everything else. I do want to hear from you, your questions, comments, calls. 843-790-3377. I want to start today with a little story because many people ask me, Chris, what did you do before the Spurs Up Show? What did you do? And so if you did not know this, I lived in Charlotte, North Carolina from August of 2015 until May of 2019. And obviously we started this January 2017. That's when I first started doing all this on social media and getting everything going. Back then, of course, it was Armchair South Carolina. The Spurs Up Show was in its very, very, very infancy when we started the actual podcast side of things, April of 2017. But back to the point. So this weekend, many would argue it's the best weekend in all of sport. And I used to gamble on sports. Not like anything unhealthy or crazy, but, I was gambling for sure. Was gambling on college basketball especially. That's a really fun one. And, of course, March Madness is a lot of fun to gamble on. I will never forget, if you want to know what kind of worker I was and why I maybe was not cut out for the corporate world, the 9-to-5 world, which, again, we won't get into all of that, but I wasn't fulfilled. I didn't love what I did, right? Whatever. I was a slap dick worker. I would call it for what it is. I was a slap dick worker. And so when, you had to put in PTO weeks in advance or, it helped the farther out in advance you put it in. I put in PTO for Thursday and Friday, this Thursday and Friday of March Madness 2016. I'll never forget. I put in PTO Thursday and Friday, not to go anywhere, not to do anything special, not to go on vacation or go see family. I put in PTO for this Thursday and Friday simply to sit in my apartment and go to the bar in Charlotte and watch college basketball and gamble on it. So if that doesn't give you some indication of where my priorities, I guess, were back then, yeah, that's what I was on. That's the level I was on. So it obviously is a lot of fun. Again, these are 2 great days to call out sick, if you will. Enjoy the basketball, enjoy sports, sit on the couch all day, cook some food, drink some drink, do your thing. But yeah, that's what I was on back in 2016. Now, obviously a lot different of a wave, a lot different of a vibe. I've evolved a lot since then. I will be keeping an eye on it, but we got other things to do, obviously, with TSUS and just in my daily routine and everything. But obviously, again, a very exciting day, the next 2 days and the weekend. And also, guys, by the way, I'm normally not one to highlight this, but you know what? I kind of want to do so. I kind of want to do so because I'm a competitive asshole, man. I am. I'm a competitive asshole. So we have been tagged in a March Madness bracket on Twitter. And it's a dude that is a complete slapdick. And it's okay, though. He embraces being a slapdick. Truly. He embraces being a slapdick. But when this, and again, this is just a total side note. When this all drops, we want to make sure we win the bracket. I want to win the bracket now. I want to do it. So that's what we're on. Either way, Brian Lattimore. Now we know why Chris put in PTO. Yeah, Brian. Tomorrow's definitely PTO. Yeah, PTO. Excuse me, guys. I got a frog in my throat or something. Yeah, PTO, Brian, going on the way to Knoxville for the series to watch the Gamecocks. Sure, PTO. We're probably, Brian, also, again, if you're not on Twitter, I highly suggest you get on Twitter because, and I don't know, I'm thinking about obviously no Daily Crow tomorrow. I'm thinking about doing like a Twitter Spaces in the car, as long as my buddies are cool and don't mind. Thinking about maybe doing some Instagram Live. You know, so we got a 4-hour trip, man. We got to kill the time somehow. So you guys let me know, would you be down for that? Little Twitter Spaces, little Instagram Live. I think that'd be fun. Again, it won't be the Daily Crow necessarily, but it'll be something. It'll be something. But yeah, we are hitting the road tomorrow to Knoxville. We're going to be leaving about noon or so. First pitch is at 6:30. So going to be a good time. Daddy O says, Thursday, the tournament starting, St. Patty's. This day was made for drinking, and if that ain't enough, start a fight with your significant other. Man, you own one today, Daddy O. Daddy O said he's on one today. He said, I don't need an excuse. I don't need an excuse. Austin Greer says, just join the bracket challenge. Someone made a fake TSUS bracket challenge too. But did they really? Did they really? Interesting. I didn't know that. Let me see. I didn't know that, Austin. There we go. I did not know that. Let me see. Hold on. Where do you search? Here we go. Huh. Interesting. Maybe that's why mine has numbers in it. Or wait, hold on. No, those are okay. Now, you know what I might have done? I think I accidentally created two groups. I think I accidentally created two groups. Yeah, so that's not a fake one, Austin. I think I actually, because I think I accidentally created two groups. Travis Allen, so Twitter Spaces is basically, think of this, but it's on Twitter and it's just audio. Think of this and it's just audio. Justin, I don't know if it's going to be a Daily Crow like this, but there will be plenty of content, Justin. I'll have the GoPro on me. It's going to be a lot of fun, unique content this weekend. So, yeah, Brian, I mean, the last time I did Twitter Spaces, it was opening day and like Alex Destino joined. And yeah, so I don't think we'll have any issues getting any like special guests on or anything like that. So I think that'll be really, really cool. I'm trying to get March Madness pulled up on the freaking smart TV. Sometimes smart TVs aren't very smart. Yeah, Twitter Spaces do get crazy. See, here's the difference with me, though, Austin. Twitter Spaces get wild because a lot of people just let any slapdick talk. Like, I'm not just going to let any slapdick talk, my guy. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm going to let people talk that I think will be valuable to the conversation. Right? I'm not saying that everybody doesn't. Well, you know what? To hell with that. I'm not going to say that. Not everybody deserves to have a mic. Not everybody deserves or should have a mic or a say. I'm sorry. Like, that's the reality, bro. Some people don't need to have the platform. Some people don't. So, but it does. You're right. It does get when it's just amongst fans. Twitter Spaces gets wild. It gets freaking wild. So, again, guys, I want to hear from you. Again, hashtag we want Sean Miller. Give me Sean Miller or give me death. Give me Sean Miller or give me death, folks. That's who I want. Give me Sean Miller or give me death. Bottom line. I am on team Sean Miller. Bro, you know what? I don't give a damn about NCAA violations. I don't care, man. He learned his lesson. Slap on the wrist. Let's go. Let's go. Turn me up, Sean. Turn me up, Sean Miller. Turn me up, Sean Miller. Let's get after it. Let's go. Let's go. So we'll see. Also, guys, in case you missed it, Frank Martin went on Mac Attack, which is a radio show up in Charlotte, North Carolina. He was interviewed and said this, quote, I'm at peace with everything. I gave the job everything I had. The job compensated me and my family in an incredible way. Hey, we're going to jump to the phone lines because Skylar wants to interrupt me.
Hello, David.
Skylar, what's up, man? How are you?
What's up, buddy?
What's up, man?
You got your bracket filled out?
I do, and I have no idea what I'm doing, so it doesn't really mean anything. I mean, I am not. I had somebody text me, hey, can I get some help with my bracket? I'm like, I'm not going to be much of help to you. So, but you know what? Normally, It's the people that don't know what they're doing that have the best bracket. So
Right. I got Murray State, Iowa. Let me go by. I'll make sure I'm right. I got a little crazy bracket going on here because usually it's the craziest things happening. Really.
Yeah.
My Final Four, buddy. I got Gonzaga versus Murray State and Arizona versus Iowa, and in the Final Two, I got Gonzaga beating Arizona.
Gonzaga beating Arizona. Okay.
Yes. Ooh. So you won't see Miller?
Sean Miller, yeah, I'd take him in a heartbeat. Yeah, he's won before.
Is that the guy you hope?
Yeah, I mean, I just want the right guy, man. I mean, listen. Here's the thing. I probably don't get as carried away in coaching searches as some because it's totally out of our control. I mean, they're going to hire who they're going to hire, man. So if they go through the process and they vet the candidates and they believe BJ Mackey is the best option, I may question it, but I'm not going to like pull my hair out. I mean, you got to give him a chance. You know what I mean? He's your guy. It's just like with Beamer, right? I mean, again, looking back, hindsight's 2020. How would you ever question the hiring of Beamer? And I'm not saying I didn't. I loved the hire when it happened, but you know, there were questions. It was a roll of the dice. But it's like, hey, we hired him. I mean, he's our guy. What other choice do we have? We got to embrace him. So, you know, I because of the track record, do I like Sean Miller? Yes. Yeah, of course. But, you know, so, I mean, if we get him, I'll be very happy. But, you know, if we hired a Bob Ritchie, then no matter what, it's going to be a roll of the dice, man. No matter what, it's going to be a roll of the dice. So
I think this, Chris. I think for Tennessee's sake, since he's not been very successful with hiring coaches, I don't think he can roll the dice.
You think he's not going to roll the dice?
No. I think he has to go get some that he knows here.
Mm-hmm.
I want the Murray State coach. I like what he does at Murray State. I like his track record. That's who I want.
Mm-hmm.
That's who I want. Anyway, have you got your prediction this weekend?
Yeah, I got Tennessee taking 2 of 3. I think we will battle. I think it's going to be a hell of a series. I'm really intrigued to just see how legit Tennessee is because, again, the numbers are gaudy. I mean, there's no question, right? They're hitting 353 as a team, 2.03 or something ERA. But, you know, they had that one weekend. They had that one weekend where they, you know, played in that tournament and they lost to Texas game 1, then beat Baylor and Oklahoma. But outside of that, I mean, they just played a bunch of nobodies. So, I mean, you know, and I think Tennessee's a really good club, by the way. I'm not like, you know, I don't think they're like a fluke, but are they 353 good? You know, I mean, we've seen it with South Carolina, right? I mean, we've seen the Gamecocks tear up non-conference, and then you get an SEC play, and it's just a totally different ballgame. So, you know, just how good is Tennessee? I mean, Kingston's lauding them as the best team in college baseball. Are they one of the best? I mean, I think probably so, but are they the best team in college baseball? I mean, the big challenge for Carolina is just simply going to be, can you slow down their offense? Can your sticks keep up? You know what I mean? Because you're even if you slow them down, you're going to have to score to win. You know what I mean? And you lose Wesley Sweat going in the weekend. John Gilreath is questionable. I mean, God, you're down to you might have to go in and pitch. I might have to go in and pitch. So I think we'll get one. I just question, do we have enough? Do we have enough to keep up with them? You know what I mean? When it comes to scoring runs and at their place too. So yeah, I got Tennessee taking 2 or 3. I do think it's going to be a fun weekend, a really good series though. So you never know. I mean, it'd be a huge series win, man. And I tell you this team should be playing with plenty of confidence, right? Plenty of confidence because you just took 2 or 3 from number 1 Texas. So there really are no excuses. You know what I mean? there really are no excuses. I mean, it's you know you can win. You should know you can win, right? So, yeah, I'm excited for the weekend, but I do have the Vols taking 2 and 3.
Okay, I feel like if I agree with you on the Vols taking 2 out of 3, if we hit the ball and battle like you think we are, I'm going to come out here and apologize to Keatson and to the Gamecock fans of what I said the past 2 or 5 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
But if we don't hit the ball this weekend, I'm going to, still have my same opinions. But regardless if we win or lose, I know if we hit the ball and we score 7, 8 runs and still lose, hey, maybe if we just had our pitching staff and didn't have all these injuries, we could have won it.
Right.
But if you only score 2, 3 runs, 6 runs in the series again, I'm just gonna be like, damn, it just got hot. Now it's that cold.
Right.
Is it ever going to be consistent? That just falls.
Well, I mean, I mean, you got to feel good about the sticks going into the weekend. I mean, you got guys like Brant Bell heating up, and Kevin Madden starting to swing it better, and so. Well, yeah, I mean, again, man, this is the fun part, right? I will say this:
right.
I do think going into the weekend that maybe it helps us, maybe it doesn't, but we are battle tested. I don't think Tennessee's really, you know what I mean?
Right.
I don't think Tennessee's really battle tested by any stretch. You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
We've played Clemson, we've played Texas. I mean, who have they played? Iona, Georgia Southern.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's great. They scored 24 runs in a game and 22 runs, but it doesn't really matter going into this weekend. So.
I want to make a statement on the center field job.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's wide open, and they keep moving people around. They keep moving people out there in center field. Lambros and Hogan are going to give you about the same thing on offense because Lambros is young, and he really doesn't like to get the bat up his shoulders a lot.
Right.
I mean, the joke that he does watch a lot of pitches.
Mm-hmm.
Matt Hogan has a god awful swing. Doesn't make a lot of contact. This is very fast. To me, I feel like you should leave Lambros out there. Let him get his experience. Let him go through his up and down. Let the man take his bumps. So next year, when you roll in, you have an experienced center fielder.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about the center field job?
I mean, I do like, I will tell you this. I like Lambros' game. I think he's a young player that's coming along, though. I mean, you got to see more from him swinging the stick. The best hitter will play. The best hitter will play. I'd like to see more of Matt Hogan. I mean, I don't think we should just throw him to the side for the rest of the year. I think his athleticism helps you in the lineup and another left-handed stick. But, I mean, I don't know. I think it's just kind of still up in the air, man.
Another thing I like to see happen only during the midweek game is maybe Josiah DHing and letting that other guy play first from to get him some experience for next year because you're not going to have Josiah, probably not going to have him next year. And Eister, maybe a few games in a week, they let Eister DH and let Hector play out there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, give some of these guys, just give a few of them innings because Eister's not going to be back.
Right.
But you definitely need somebody out there experienced, like Pat Hector or Carson. Well, Carson gets playing time.
Mm-hmm.
And especially at first base, get a Vito kid a little bit of time at first. Not on the weekends, but, on the weekday games.
Yeah, I mean, I think Vito's definitely got potential, man. I'd like to see him get some looks.
I was just saying, prepare yourself for next season. If you get your freshmen some solid playing time and get your freshmen ready, you're going to be way better next year because your freshmen.
I mean, I hear what you're saying, Skyland, but man, I tell you what, I want them to play the best 9 right now so we can win games. Because I tell you what, I ain't gonna give a shit about next season if we don't make the postseason. I mean, I get it. I think they're gonna keep rotating guys in, but yeah, let's just play the best 9. Just play your best 9. We'll worry about next season. Next season. I'm a big worry about tomorrow guy.
Right. They lead in everything, don't they?
I mean, yeah, again, their numbers are gaudy, man. I guess you're probably looking at what I just sent you. Yeah, their numbers are gaudy, man. There's no question. The numbers are gaudy. So
I hope it don't rain again Friday.
I mean, think about it. Think about this. I mean, you think about it truly. We've hit 12 home runs. They've hit 46. I mean, think about that. They've hit 46. We've hit 12. 12.
56 doubles.
56 doubles. We've scored 108 runs. They've scored 204. So, again, numbers are gaudy. What does it mean, though? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
We'll see.
Hey, everybody, including me, said no chance last weekend. So, who really gives a damn, right?
Right. All right. Well, I want to watch some madness because I think it just started with Michigan State and Colorado State.
I got you. All right, man. Sounds good. Hey, Scott, I appreciate you calling. If you're going to be there Saturday, just let me know. Obviously, we'll be there all weekend. So,
Hey, Pat Summit, if you got past the football stadium in Tennessee, if the football stadium in Tennessee's on your left, then you're going to pass the basketball arena on your left. Then you're going to get to that red light right there, and on your right, there's the Pat Summit Memorial. You should stop and look at that.
Gotcha.
Yes, like soon as the Tennessee's football stadium on your left, then you're running to the basketball arena on your left, and on your right past the basketball arena. I just realized there could be like a Pat Summit Memorial with the statue and everything out there. So.
Yeah, I got you.
Right,
cool, man. Looking forward to it. Yeah, we'll talk soon, Scott. I appreciate you. Great stuff. 843-790-3370. Robbie Davis text in. Have a great trip this weekend. By the way, guys, yes, I want to say thank you to all those who came out to Tin Roof last night. We had an absolute blast. Also, thank you to Yuncle Boudreaux, who gave us some wild entertainment at Tin Roof. Robbie Davis coming out last night. Yeah, Marion R26 says, all we need is my boy Robbie Davis to say we'll take 2 out of 3, and it's a done deal. Yeah, we need that Robbie Davis prediction today. We need that Robbie Davis prediction. I'm sure it's coming. I'm sure it's coming sometime soon. I'm sure it's coming. Let's see. Bill Lytrell, if we take one from Tennessee, I'm okay. Okay. Justin says my top 3 will be Miller, get Capels from Pitt, or Keats from NC State. LaQuinton Thomas, do you think Sean Miller can bring top talent to the Gamecocks? I mean, he's won everywhere else, has he not? Austin Gracie's got Kentucky, Tennessee in the championship. Is Bell's injury serious? I don't think so, man. I know you're probably because Bell was on the sideline today at spring practice. I doubt it. Let's see. Yeah, I've actually got the Colorado State-Michigan game on right now on the TV. I finally got it on. So, March Madness, folks. March Madness. It's officially here. March Madness is here. Yeah, very, very excited for tomorrow, though, getting up to Knoxville. I've never been, guys, as I told you before. Never been in Knoxville, Tennessee. Not even for football, nothing. So, very, very pumped to get to see this series in person. Colin Floyd, what would you say is the ceiling and the floor for Gamecock football going forward? What do you think it takes to reach both this next year? Yeah, Colin, so you're asking best case, worst case going into this season. And again, this is something I will lock in over the summer. You know, whenever I drop my official predictions and all that good stuff, I lock in worst case scenario, best case scenario. I think worst case scenario for this team, again, just going off the top of my head, probably 5-7. Probably 5-7. I would say that's worst case. I think best case, I'd probably go. I think 9-3. I think anything above 9-3, man's unrealistic. I'd go 9-3 best case. And I think I think the truth lies somewhere sort of in the middle. I think the truth lies somewhere sort of in the middle. So, Tyler Sweat, I did hear about the Beamer Ball at Williams-Brice. I did hear about that. I don't know that I'll be going or not, my guy. I don't know if that's something I'll be attending. John Rice, his best case is 10-2, losing 2 of A&M, Georgia, and Clemson. But I mean, John, I hear you, but like that just feels unrealistic to me. Anything above 9 wins feels. I mean, and I think Texas A&M is the probably best chance for a big upset this year. Coming off the bye week, you're at home. It feels sort of like the Florida game last year. How good's A&M going to be? I mean, I think they're going to be pretty damn good, but it sets up well. You're not beating Clemson at their place. I still don't think, guys, unfortunately, I don't think you're beating Georgia. I think Georgia's on a different level. And I know many fans will scoff at what I just said about the Clemson game. Guys, until we make it a competitive game, I'm sorry. I'm not picking that as a dub. I mean, we felt like we had the best chance to beat them in 6 or 7 years last year, and we got beat 30-0. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not even giving that a remote possibility chance until we do something. And yes, John, I agree with you that Rattler has the effect that like a Steve Spurrier did in this sense, in the sense of when you had Steve Spurrier on the sidelines, no matter who you were playing, you felt like you had a chance to win no matter what, right? You had a chance to win because we got this guy on the sideline. Well, now Spencer Rattler gives you that same sort of hope and optimism that, hey, we might be outmatched. They might have more talent. They might have better coaches. We might be on the road, whatever it is. But if our guy under center, if he has a day, never know. We have a chance. That's what Spencer Rattler does for you. That's what Spencer Rattler does for you. He gives you a chance in every single ball game you play. If he goes off, if he has one of those days, he gives you a chance. So, John, I definitely, again, speaking to what you're talking about, if you got a quarterback, you got a chance. But I just think putting the best case scenario at 10-2 is that's aggressive, man. That's very aggressive. I mean, you're talking 10-2 would have to be. I mean, Rattler would basically have to be a Heisman contender. I really think so. I mean, you think about it, man, John. 10-2, you're competing to go to Atlanta. Like, we're not there yet. We're not there yet, man. We're not there yet. So, as badly as I want us to be, we're not there yet. Not quite. Not quite. So, which is okay, but we're not. Yes, John. Listen. But you also want to make the best case a realistic best case. You know what I mean? Like, John, if everything goes right, hey, fuck it. We'll say 12-0 is the best case, right? Everything goes right. I mean, hell, I could say worst case is 0-12. I get what you're saying, though, John. And I apologize, my friend. Apologize, my. I'm talking to John like we're hanging out at the old pub in Charlotte. Forgot where I was for a moment. Hold on, what is this button down here? Hold on, let's see. I don't know. Yeah, worst case 0-12, best case 12-0. There we go. No, I think it's somewhere between 5-7 and 9-3, personally. I think it's somewhere between 5-7 and 9-3. Travi, did you hear that? Did y'all hear any sound effects? Did you hear? Oh, wait, I have my thing muted. Oh, snap. Can y'all hear that? Let's see. Oh, this is hilarious. Wow. Oh, man, I'm about to have some fun with this. Dude, so there's like there's sounds you can play. Sounds you can play. Oh my God, that's hysterical. That's hysterical. That's hysterical. Dude, oh my, I'm about to have way too much fun with this. I didn't know y'all could hear it. I'm about to have way too much fun with this. Way too much fun. Use it for slap dicks. Let's see. Oh God. All right. I'm just playing around with this stuff. I didn't even know this was a thing. I was like, what is this little music button down at the bottom? That's hysterical. Let's see. Anyways, guys, we're taking your questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3377. See, as you go, you just learn things. We evolve. We learn things. We learn things. John's a Duke fan. See what I did? You see what I did? Oh, I'm going to have too much fun with this. I'm going to have a little too much fun with this. That was the joke. John, are we missing someone today? Well, unfortunately, we're probably missing Rebecca because she's probably sad that I told her I couldn't buy her a ticket because the things are like $50. So, yeah, when Robbie and Rebecca call and give him a clap, yeah, we'll have to, bro. We'll have to. Anyways, of course, guys, the first day of March Madness, a great day to not be in the office, a great day to just take off and plop yourself on the couch and watch sports and just have a good old time. Guys, I'm thinking for the podcast tomorrow, by the way, I'm thinking we're going to do top position battles to watch for spring ball. You know, I've thought about doing top candidates for basketball. I may do that. I think I probably will. So I don't know. We'll see. Let's see. Daniel texts in. Let's see what Daniel has to say. Just watched Frank Martin on the pregame March Madness, and he talked about how he loved it here, and it was a dream for him. Makes me feel bad because we all wish it would have worked out. I mean, Daniel, yeah, it is what it is, man. It's business. Ain't nothing personal. It's business. Colin Floyd, what areas do you want to see a step forward in football? The offensive line, the run game. Yeah. Running the ball and stopping the run, Colin. Those are the two areas I want to see us improve most in. Running the football and stopping the run. So we can do those things. I think we'll be set up for success. So no doubt, I think we'll be set up for success. Let's see. Colin Floyd, how important is Arkansas, our first SEC game to test our O-line? I mean, Colin, they're all important. They're all important, right? Every SEC game is very important. That's going to be a huge game. Yeah, that game at Arkansas is certainly going to go a long way in determining, or just going to be a great measuring stick of where we are. You know, where we are. Wow. Okay. How about this? This deserves a. I'm sorry. I'm just now seeing this, Brack. Seriously, taking a moment. Our guy Brack. I don't know if you guys know Brack or you see him commenting or you see him on Twitter at times or what have you on social media, but a very loyal listener, follower, supporter, fan, member of the Big Cock Club. This guy tunes into the Daily Crow. He tunes in the podcast every single day. Brack reaching out to me in the Big Cock Club Discord in the TDC Questions channel and says, I want to give that the attention it deserves.
Call from
Brown.
What's going on, man? How are you?
What's up?
What's going on?
How do you feel about Frank Martin getting fired?
I mean, I think it was time, man. It had been a decade, and you made one tournament. It's just business, nothing personal. I mean, I hate it didn't work out. We all love Frank Martin, but at some point, man, the relationship runs its course, and you're just spinning your wheels, and you're doing the same thing over and over. Now, I will say this: I was surprised. I really thought he was going to come back. I thought with the late run they made second half of the year, and you felt like momentum they had on the recruiting trail with a guy like G.G. Jackson. I expected him to be retained, but you don't pull for people to lose their jobs or become unemployed, but it's just business, man. You're a top 25 paid coach, and you're making the kind of money he was, man. It's just at the end of the day, it comes down to results, bottom line, and they didn't go to the postseason enough. So that's what it is.
Yep. How do you feel about Ray Tanner?
I mean, I don't think he's a great AD. I mean, I got a lot of love for Ray, man, because I'm a baseball guy, and he's in a position where he's going to catch a lot of flack. He's in a position of power. He's going to catch a lot of flack, and obviously the Muschamp thing, he's made mistakes in that role. I don't have the same ill will and vitriol to Ray as many, though. I mean, I think most people don't even know what the hell an AD does, man. So, people say, I don't trust Ray Tanner to make this basketball hire. If he's making it by himself, that's a mistake. You know what I mean? He shouldn't be doing this by himself. I don't know. I don't know why he wants to be AD, man. I'll be honest with you, because Ray Tanner's a legend in my eyes. He doesn't need to be AD. He doesn't need to solidify a legacy. His legacy is solidified. So I don't know why he even wants to do it to begin with. But
do you think Mark Kingston will be next?
I mean, I think the expectations are pretty clear cut with Carolina baseball, man. If you miss the postseason, I think his seat will be very hot. But I don't know that hot seat talk is really warranted after you take 2 out of 3 from the number 1 team in the country. So, listen, it's baseball is not like basketball here, where there's gray area.
What about the tennis coach D?
The what?
The tennis coach D?
Right. Yeah, I think I knew where that call was going. Anyways, I'm glad he took it that far. I know where that call was going. Yeah, listen, I don't think hot seat talk or anything is really warranted after you take 2 out of 3 from the number 1 team in the country. I think he was trying to set me up, John, asking about Coach D or something like that. I know exactly. That was definitely a troll calling in, trying to lead the conversation with sports talk. And you got to know when to hang up, man. It's instinct. You got to know when to do it. But anyways, getting back to a much more important point than coaches and hot seats and all that, I want to highlight this. Again, our guy Brack, who tunes in the show daily, the Daily Crow, the podcast, everything, loyal listener, loyal follower. I appreciate him. Brack shoots me this message in the Big Cock Club Discord. He says, don't really do this kind of thing, but had surgery yesterday, and I am now cancer-free. Thank you, Chris, for all you do. It was the best distraction, and the only time I wasn't thinking about what was going on with me. How about that? Brack, how about it, Brack? How about that, man? How about that? We love to hear that, Brack. Beyond words, dude. Beyond words. Cancer stood no chance. All the cheer sounds for our guy Brack. Incredible, man. That's awesome. I don't know. I don't really even have the words for it, man. It's beyond words. So that's incredible, man. It's just absolutely incredible. So I'm glad that the stuff that we do here is able to provide you with the distraction. And Brack, it's a blessing to hear, man. Truly, God is good, man. God is very good. God is very, very good, man. And appreciate you. Obviously, your love and support. And again, always here for you if you need anything, man. Always here for you, whether it be South Carolina related or just life. You know what I mean? Just life related. So really great stuff. Guys, on that note, before I get emotional, we're going to take a quick break. I do want to hear from you, though, guys. Your questions, your comments, your calls, and more on the other side. You're tuned in to the Daily Crow. All right, guys, we're back. Taking your questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3377. I see Bisbee asking about the break music. Yeah, there's no break music anymore. Just too many copyright issues with Facebook. We had people keep sending music in. It's like, oh, yeah, you can use it. There's no copyright. And it was. So I don't know, man. Facebook got a mind of its own, so it was just easier just to take the break music off. I have no idea. So either way, no break music. No break music. Do apologize, but just kind of is what it is, folks. Again, we are here taking your questions, your comments, and your calls. 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377. I want to continue to hear from you. Rebecca says your favorite person is here. Well, Rebecca, I don't want to say anybody's my favorite because everybody that tunes in is my favorite, but you're obviously a TSUS Hall of Fame caller, I think, at this point. Daniel, or let's see, somebody else texts in. Justin says, still got the cutouts. Yeah, Justin, let me text you off after the show. Let's text after the show in regards to that. Yeah, I got the game on. I got Colorado State, Michigan on the TV, by the way. Tyrell Campbell Sr., Frank Martin almost looks relieved. I guess I would look relieved if I was sent home with $3 million. Yeah, I don't know, man. I actually haven't seen Frank on the telecast yet. So, anyways, guys, I do want to hear from you. Again, 843-790-3377. How many of you are in the office today watching basketball? How many of you are, I'll never forget when I worked in Charlotte. I'll never forget when I worked in Charlotte, man. They would put the games they would put it on a projector or whatever. So, let's see. I'll tell you this too, man. I'll tell you this. I am surprised. And this is calling out nobody in here, by the way, but I just see it time to time. I'm a little we are very, as human beings, right? We are very geared to, again, we live in the present moment, and that's great. That's great. You should. But also having perspective is a beautiful thing. And I mean, dude, I just think about today, like March Madness getting going, all this basketball, all these sports, we're back to full capacity stadiums, no big deal, no masks. I can't help but think back to 2 years ago, sitting here at this time, when there was literally no March Madness. You know what I mean? Like, how lucky are we? How incredible is it? How fortunate are we that we get to watch sports? You know what I mean? Like, just to think that we didn't have it 2 years ago. So, when you're talking about coaching changes and this and that, and bro, just people talking about, for example, like the baseball, bro, I'm just happy I get to go to the yard and watch baseball. Like I'm ecstatic. I'm ecstatic. So we're very fortunate. We're very lucky. We're very blessed. So just don't. I would say just don't lose perspective of that. We are. We're very fortunate, very blessed. Anyways, guys, like I said, I want to hear from you. 843-790-3377. Guys, like I said, going into this weekend, one of the things I'm most intrigued to see is this Tennessee ball club. Of course, we're going to be in Knoxville. But the question is, how good is Tennessee really? I mean, you look at their numbers, they're gaudy, right? They're gaudy. This is a team hitting .353. They lead the country in basically every single offensive category. You're talking runs, doubles, average, home runs, everything you can think of. Then you look at the pitching staff, a 2.03 ERA, opponents hitting just 178 against them, 204 strikeouts. So the numbers are gaudy for Tennessee, but the question is, again, how good is Tennessee really? How good is Tennessee really, right? Because we've seen South Carolina in non-conference play tear it up and then get into SEC play, and it's like a reality check. And I would say the Gamecocks are the more battle-tested team to this point, without a doubt. I mean, Tennessee played in the Shriner Classic or whatever, actually lost to Texas in that first game, then beat Baylor, beat Oklahoma. But you're talking about a South Carolina team that's played Clemson. They've played at Texas in a series. So this weekend's going to be really intriguing because, again, I think Tennessee's a very high-quality club, and Mark Kingston has lauded them as arguably the best team in college baseball. But how good is Tennessee really? Again, this is where you separate the men from the boys. That's the beauty of SEC play. We're going to find out very, very quickly who's a contender and who might be a bit of a pretender. Who was skating through non-conference play and who's legit. So very excited to get a look at this Tennessee club and excited to see how South Carolina stacks up with them. Very, very excited for it. So yeah, Rebecca, I did see the link on the tickets. Yeah, I got that. Thank you. John says thinking about coming for one of the Georgia games. You should. Yeah, happy St. Patty's Day, by the way, guys. Happy St. Patty's Day to you all. Michigan down 12 right now with 2 minutes left in the first half. How about that? Down 12. Cody says, I want a pot of gold. Go look for it, my guy. Connor Lee, what are your plans for St. Patty's Day? Connor, I don't have any. I don't have any, my dude. I don't have any. I'm just a normal Thursday, my guy. Just a normal. I'm just rocking green, just in the spirit of it, but just a normal Thursday, man. So, yep, just going to be hitting the gym after this, and got some merch to send out, and got to record a podcast, and yeah, going to have a low key night, man, because we're hitting the road tomorrow, as you all know, going to Knoxville, Tennessee, to watch the Yardcocks take on the Vols. It should be a hell of a weekend. Should be one hell of a weekend. So, Cody said, I think earlier he had a question too. Guess Frank is going to pull a Will Muschamp, 10 years and can't even get a thank you letter all Gamecock Nation. I would like to think Frank is going to say something at some point. So, Colin Floyd, what would it take to fire Marcus Satterfield this year with all the weapons we brought in? I mean, I think if you have a bad year offensively, I mean, it's going to fall on one guy. You know what I mean? It's going to fall on one guy. So, I mean, listen, there are some people, though, that are just going to be out on Sat no matter what. We could have a much improved year, but, you know, if we don't score 40 a game, some people are going to say that Satterfield's holding us back or what have you. But Cody Gaskins, curious to see how this Tennessee freshman pitcher handles facing a true test against us. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Their Friday guy's a true freshman. A true freshman.